please, again, limit your comments to 2 minutes, and please refrain from making any derogatory remarks toward any individuals. Just try to be as positive as possible. And if you do speak, we need your name, your apartment number, or if you're not a resident of any of our facilities, just your name that you reside in Gloversville, please. Okay? With that, would someone like to start? Yes, Pat.
I'm Pat Manzer from Forest Towers, apartment 509. Now, I noticed that some cameras were put up yesterday in the building, which is, it's a good thing, but we really do need cameras in the parking lot. Is there going to be, are they forthcoming, or what's going on with that? Because that's where we really, really need them, with all the vandalism in there. Just wondering.
I'll answer that at the end, okay?
Okay.
And I'll let everybody have
Sure.
to speak, and then I'll respond to that.
Thank you.
Okay. Yes.
Ellen Johnson, apartment 303, Forest Hill Towers. We're still having an ongoing bed-bug problem with especially one apartment. This person walks around and literally drops bed-bugs everywhere. We were in the community room coloring the other night and found baby bed-bugs by her where she's just slipped them on.
It's in the laundry, and it's the same thing.
Yeah.
It's not pleasant to see you just flip them off without killing them. Oh.
Yeah, I don't know if you can say no. Thank you. Anyone else? Yes.
I'm Karen O'Dell from apartment 711, Forest Hill Towers. I would just like to say that of the maintenance staff that you have here, I think Frank does a fantastic, awesome job around Forest Hill Towers. He does an awesome job on the grounds, the building. He's right there to help us out with anything. He does a fantastic job, and I would really like to see him continue with us. And he's always helping us out. He's always doing a great job. Everything. He's fantastic. He does everything really, really well. And I really hope that he stays with us because he's really cool. He's a great guy. He really
Here.
is.
Thank you.
Does,
You're
yeah,
welcome.
yeah.
He's awesome.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Yeah, really well.
We're laughing about something. Yeah, who's next? Who's supposed to speak next? Yes, sir.
Raymond Yorks from Forest Hill Towers, 811. I'd like to comment that I think the cameras are a great addition to it. A couple questions about it is who can monitor those, number one. And it's almost a waste if they don't fix the doors so they stay shut.
Yeah, right, right.
The outside door you talked about.
Yes.
They're open all
Entry
weekend,
door.
half the night,
They don't shut right.
and everybody in
They shut.
Gloversville's got a key to them anyway, so.
Do the seams.
Okay, thank you. Next, please. Yes.
Christine Nicosia, Forest Hill Towers, apartment 103. I'm just wondering if we could have the signs that say 100% tobacco-free change to 80% tobacco-free?
Yeah.
Because we're still, I mean, this one lady's got to have over 30 complaints about her. She still smokes, she has oxygen in her apartment, and she has a baby that she takes care of every day. And sometimes when you're just sitting in your apartment, you could smell it. The hallway just reeks of it most of the time.
Yeah, my hallway does too.
My hallway too.
Oh, yeah.
And it's rough on people.
Oh, sure.
Sometimes we-
Absolutely. Yes.
Aldo Perez.
Hi.
I don't live there anymore, but the people that I know there, isn't there a way that you could make the doors in the front, like with the key, the plastic key, that you could come in and just, those people have it, that you can't duplicate? That would be nice.
We're discussing it.
Yes.
Anyone else? Bob?
There have been stop notice times in the supermarket by citizens read the Leader Herald and the Schenectady Gazette. The question turns to the core problem here. The Housing Authority apparently has come to stink in the nostrils of people who have become aware that there is a very serious problem here, and it focuses upon the executive director, who some say seems to be in perpetual adoration before the holy sacrament of himself and doesn't recognize the problem that he has created. There are people who have been suspended from their jobs, and there seems to be no solution short upon intervention by HUD or the courts. My question to you is, why have you failed to recognize this core problem with Mattice? In responding to people, I say, well, Mattice has created 3 stooges: Bernie Manzer, Mike Ponticello, and
Next.
James
Next.
DelSavio.
Thank you. Next. I'm not gonna entertain that nonsense. Who's next? Anyone else? Yes.
Maggie Anderson, Vice President of the Tenants Association over at Kingsboro Towers. I have nothing negative to say. Thank you very much for the cameras that just came in. That was a big plus to us. Thank you, Tim. And Joyce she wanted to be here, the president, but family issues.
okay.
She just wanted to know when you're improving the laundromat, which you are doing, or laundry room. Extending that out, she just wanted to know if maybe a sink could be added to that in the room, just to keep it clean in there in case anybody spills anything, so they don't have to go to the other side. Other than that, and thank you, Mr. Ponticello, for the meeting, coming to our meeting.
You're welcome. That was very informative for me. Thank you. I'll try to be there more often.
It was very helpful, I think, for the tenants to see that you were there.
Good, good. Thanks.
And Bernie,
Yep.
for taking all you. We appreciate it. That's it.
You're welcome. Thank you.
So if you could let us know about the sink and that,
Okay.
but thank you for the cameras.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Very nice.
We need new options.
Yeah, I know. That's, believe me.
And getting those strips fixed.
Oh, yes, the elevators
So-
too. There you go.
Everything looks so smooth.
Yeah.
Thank you for hearing us.
You're welcome. Thank you. Okay, who's next? Dan?
Yeah. I got a couple of questions I want to ask is, the Board of Commissioners for this board, do you fall under a different set of rules than most Board of Commissioners, or are they all pretty much the same or similar? That's one question. In the rules that I was looking at, all you guys have failed the public's trust. And that is one of the biggest deals that can happen. I got a rule right here based for you people that would be on the Board of Commissioners. And there's 4 items on here, and every one of you has failed all 4 of these. Now, I don't understand why you haven't had a meeting with the employees who signed the letter about Mr. Mattice, because you're all in violation of the public trust, which you are appointed to do. And like I said before, you all should go, because you're not following the procedure, unless you have something totally different.
Anything else?
No, that's just
Thank you.
that's good enough for me.
Anyone else? Any other comments?
Since you got cameras, can you put the cameras in the elevators? No?
Anyone else? If not, we'll adjourn to our regular
You
agenda.
said you were going to
Oh, yes,
address the
yes.
cameras.
If there's no one else to comment? Okay, we'll go on to the public comment. Peg, I talked to Chief Porter,
Okay,
and he's going to get us an estimate for the cameras in the parking lot. So hopefully that'll be accomplished soon.
oh, good.
Okay, so he's aware of it, he's to get me and the board an estimate of the cost, and we'll follow.
Yeah, because we really do need them. There's been a lot of vandalism on the cars there, and, you never know who's gonna be there. I mean, I don't like to even go out at night, cause you
I
never
can,
know.
I can say with confidence that as soon as we get that number, you know, if it's within reason, we'll proceed with that. Okay?
Okay, yes, thank you.
Thank you. And, there was another question about, what was the other question?
Mike, I got one more question I wanted to ask you. I don't know if you're gonna talk about it at your general meeting, but the letter from HUD, did you guys receive that? Are you gonna talk about that at this, meeting?
Which one we've got, a few letters.
The one from Lisa, from Julie,
They're all from her.
all referring to the employment of, Mr. Mattice's brother.
That
Yeah,
has
15
been-
days to respond.
That there was a response.
Are you gonna tell the
By
public?
Mr. McGuire.
Are you gonna tell the public what the answers were? Seeing as how this is the public.
I think it's been documented in the media. Honestly. It's already been in the media.
I haven't seen it.
We haven't seen it.
No. What was that other question about? I'm sorry, I had it. Oh, the doors, yes, we are in the process of getting, numbers for keyless entry. And what that would solve, again, somebody did mention that a lot of people have keys and shouldn't have keys. How they're being duplicated, I don't know, we're not supposed to. They have been, so we are going to look into getting a keyless entry system.
To go along with her question, the parking lot over there at Fort Hill has a garbage bin on the back of the parking lot, and has a gate to the parking lot, and has a gate to Carpenter Street. If they would keep the gate locked, coming into the parking lot, everybody can't come through. And I live where I look, right out in the parking lot, I've seen them for 4 years.
Yeah. They come right through.
I almost went to jail one night.
Just to respond to a few other things, when I did meet with the Kingsboro Tower Association, they had some requests. Missing rack of chairs, we're checking into that, hopefully we'll be able to get those over to you. Sherry on the tenant list, that's in progress of being formulated. Nameplates on the doors, Tim did some research on this, I guess a couple of years ago, they stopped doing that for privacy reasons. Again, that's something we could talk about further, but it was resolved 2 years ago to stop doing that. The on-call emergency calls made, they will try to improve their service, maybe they were spoken to. The cosmetic work in the elevators was completed, those strips that you talked about,
Yep, we got
that's
it.
been fixed. Electrical outlet strips installed on floors, the tenants that need oxygen. There were 4 residents that were made aware of to Dave. And they're gonna put, if they have to, they can put a strip, plug a strip into the existing outlet and go from there. Service call, it was made to install Wi-Fi in the community room. And the cameras in the laundry room, that's been completed.
There's Wi-Fi in the community room now?
The service, the people's been called, so the contractor's been called.
Yeah, we're working on that. Thank
Mike,
you.
we were supposed to get Wi-Fi at, Forest Hill, like
Okay.
last year, and we never even
We'll look
seen
into,
it.
we'll look into that too, okay?
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome. That reminds me, like, our next meeting is at your place.
Yes.
Yeah, okay? So if you could have a list of items that you need attended to, appreciate it at that time, okay? All right, with that, we're
One
going.
question?
Yes.
That strip, would that be with maintenance? Would they need it, do you think?
For the electrical outlets.
Yeah, the electric. Pardon?
to the
Oh,
wall.
okay.
Yeah,
It's
go
gonna be
right to the
fastened.
wall. Stay right there. Yeah, yeah. Okay? All right, we're gonna move on to our, regular agenda. We just have a couple of resolutions. First one is, could I have is there any, everyone have that, copy the minutes?